Now live, this is breaking news on NBC5.
I'm sure
A massive fertilizer plant explosion in the town of West near Waco.
There was just a major explosion. The windows came in on me, the roof came in on me.
Right now, the search for a killer. How police think you can help find whoever shot and killed a man in the middle of South Lake Town Square.
And an overnight chase leads police through two North Texas cities and leads them to robbery suspects.
That's incredible when you see that thing just, twisting around and all the debris coming out through there. Well, scenes like that, whether they are in Russia or whether scenes like that here at home.
Now live, this is breaking news on NBC5.
I'm sure
A massive fertilizer plant explosion in the town of West near Waco.
There was just a major explosion. The windows came in on me, the roof came in on me.
Right now, we know there are multiple deaths, dozens injured.
Massive, just like Iraq, just like the Murray building in Oklahoma City.
And a small town left in shock.
We need your prayers. There's a lot of people that got hurt, and there's a lot of people that I'm sure are not going to be here tomorrow.
NBC5 Today's team coverage begins now. And the rescue operations in the town of West continue right now after a massive, deadly explosion at a fertilizer plant there rocked the small town.
And we have live team coverage of this major story. But first, we want to get to the storms rolling into the Dallas-Fort Worth area this morning. Let's get right over to Grant in the First Alert Weather Center with a look at your forecast for today. Grant, our team coverage of that deadly explosion at the fertilizer plant in the town of West.
What about bushes first? They go all the way around the... I'm sure
Goodness gracious, that is one viewer's perspective video showing the moment of the explosion. You see there the fire in the background. That's what started first at the plant, and then that explosion followed about an hour later. The fertilizer plant that we're talking about is to the west of Interstate 35 in downtown West. Here is what we know at this point. The fire at the plant started around 6 o'clock last night, and then the explosion followed about an hour later, a massive explosion. We know that dozens of homes have been damaged or destroyed. This morning, hundreds are hurt. We don't know exactly, though, how many were killed in that blast.
NBC5's team coverage begins at the makeshift command center, though. This is just outside West, and that's where we spoke with troopers and emergency workers. NBC5's Kendra Lynn is there now live. And Kendra, what's the latest update they're giving you?
We are continuing to gather information about this breaking news story, and we'll bring you the very latest.
All right, and Kendra, we're hearing just the incredible stories of folks helping out one another, and that is the amazing thing about the spirit of Texans just coming together. Everyone getting down to West. They're getting help statewide, which is just absolutely amazing considering the fact that this happened so quickly and things just really came together nicely in terms of the rescue effort.
Yeah.
So,
right.
And it continues this morning. And let's take a look at where this happened. Now, West is a town of about 2,800 people, about 77 miles south of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Probably best known for its check stop right off I-35.
I was just telling Mark about that great place for kolaches. Now, as for the plant, the fertilizer plant, it is about half a mile off of Interstate 35 to the east of the freeway. Not much there on the east side. West is a heavily residential area. There was an apartment complex, also a hospital and the school, all right in that area near where the fertilizer plant is. NBC5's Ray Vieta is also in the town of West Forest right now.
Yeah, and Ray, you're right in the middle of some of the most damaged areas. What are people saying right now?
Right now, the search for a killer. How police think you can help find whoever shot and killed a man in the middle of South Lake Town Square.
And an overnight chase leads police through two North Texas cities and leads them to robbery suspects.
And it will be a warm and muggy day today. A few showers and thunderstorms will pop up this afternoon. Could see a few more on Saturday. These storms clear, and we're talking about warm temperatures for Memorial Day. NBC5 Today starts right now.
Now live, this is NBC5 Today at 4:30.
And at 4:30 this Friday morning, police need help solving the murder that happened at South Lake Town Square.
Federal investigators want to know who gunned down Juan Guerrero Chapa in the popular shopping center Wednesday night. Now police need you to help them find this SUV. NBC5's Kendra Lynn joins us live now from South Lake Town Square. Kendra, do police have any new leads this morning?
Dallas Cowboys player Josh Brent could spend the Memorial Day weekend in jail. In just a few hours, the district attorney will ask a judge to revoke Brent's bond. The DA claims the player violated that bond by drinking alcohol and tampering with his ankle monitor. Police arrested Brent last year on a charge of intoxication manslaughter after he crashed his car, killing teammate Jerry Brown.
The Boy Scouts of America will soon accept openly gay members after a historic vote yesterday. The new policy allows gay scouts but still bans gay scout leaders. Many who wanted to keep the entire ban in place are upset by the decision, but others who worked for the acceptance celebrated the move.
I'm excited to move forward and continue this because, as I'm a bisexual, and I would love to be able to do something with Scouts sometime in the future. It would mean a lot to me.
Openly gay members can begin joining the Scouts in January. New this morning, Governor Rick Perry has expressed disappointment with the Scouts' vote. Late last night, Perry released a statement which reads in part, "The decision contradicts generations of tradition in the name of political correctness." The governor is an Eagle Scout and says he will always cherish his time as a Scout, but says he is disappointed with that decision.
It's 4:34. Two Dallas ISD principals and hundreds of teachers will soon lose their jobs. At a packed meeting last night, the school board followed Superintendent Mike Miles's recommendation to fire educators at underperforming schools. Dozens of other teachers and administrators already agreed to retire early or be reassigned. But the trustees last night fired two principals, Leisha Shaver at Roosevelt High School and Madison High School's Marion Willard. That decision divided the hundreds of people at that packed meeting last night. The fired employees get 2 weeks to appeal the dismissals.
Right now, federal investigators work to figure out what caused a bridge collapse in Washington state. Check out this video from Mount Vernon, 60 miles north of Seattle. Fortunately, no one died when cars plummeted off the Interstate 5 bridge. Rescuers did have to pull 3 people from the water. They, though, are expected to be okay. Today, more victims of the tornado in Oklahoma will be laid to rest. In all, 24 people died, 10 of them children, when that EF5 tornado ripped through the town of Moore on Monday. Also happening today, police will remove checkpoints around the city as that cleanup continues. President Obama is scheduled to visit the ravaged community Sunday, where damage is estimated at $2 billion.
Back here in North Texas, we now know just how much damage that tornado outbreak did here. 16 tornadoes touched down a week ago, spanning from the Red River down to Goldthwaite.
Take a look at this. Some amazing video just into the newsroom this morning of a rare tornado in Russia.
Yeah, the video comes from a town about, goodness gracious, about 200 miles from Moscow. Russian media reports at least 15 people were hurt, 80 buildings damaged, and that's incredible when you see that thing just, twisting around and all the debris coming out through there. Yeah. Well, scenes like that, whether they are in Russia or whether scenes like that here at home, may get some people thinking about a tornado shelter. Federal money to help pay for shelters is available in June, and North Texans could be eligible for some of it. NBC5 investigates. Consumer specialist Deanna Dewberry has the details. Now, Deanna says the money will be allocated on a first-come, first-served basis, so it's smart to apply early. And we want to remind you, you can still help the tornado victims in North Texas when you shop for groceries. Drop your donation into the coin box at any of the Kroger stores in North Texas, and all of the money raised will go to the American Red Cross.
4:43 your time now. Tomorrow, the Montague County deputy shot at point-blank range is returning to work. NBC5 has obtained dash cam video of the attack on Deputy James Boyd. We want to warn you, the video is graphic. We're going to give you a little time, so if you have little ones in the room, you might not want them to see this. You probably remember in March, Boyd stopped Colorado fugitive Evan Ebel. Ebel was on the run after killing the state's prison chief. Again, a warning, this video is pretty hard to watch. You see Deputy Boyd there fall to the ground after Ebel shot him 3 times. One of those shots landed in the head. Again, the good news, the lawman is returning to work today.
Dallas ISD votes this afternoon on a plan to fire some of the district's principals. 50 campuses could have new principals next year. Some could choose to retire or resign, but a few more find out tonight whether they'll even have a job. This is part of the superintendent's plan to reform education in Dallas. The trustees vote at 5:30 this evening, and we'll watch that for you. If you planned a trip to the East Coast for this Memorial Day holiday, there's good news. The Jersey Shore is back open.
Big ribbon cutting there. Hurricane Sandy, of course, ripped the Belmar boardwalk down to rubble yesterday. After a huge rebuilding effort, it reopened for business. And if you are driving out on the highway this holiday weekend, you might need to be patient. AAA predicting nearly 35 million Americans will be driving away from home. That's up 25% from last year. Experts think fewer people will fly because they are frustrated with all those fees.
DFW Airport wants to thank its travelers with a new customer rewards program. Passengers who enroll online through thanksagain.com can earn extra airline miles on purchases made at DFW Airport. And the purchases include parking, which can get kind of expensive, shopping, dining, or even boarding a pet. The rewards program kicks off tomorrow.
All that adds up pretty quick.
Yeah, cha-ching, cha-ching.
4:47 your time right now. Let's check in with Samantha Davies for a look at your Thursday commutes.